Did you guys know croissants aren't French? Join me as we take a bite out of the most amazing modern croissants and bake some traditional ones. We're traveling around the most amazing city in the world. New York, that is. It's not Paris, but it will do. Okay, everyone, we are at Mille-Feuille Bakery. I think I said that correctly. I know I didn't say that correctly. I butchered it. But we're taking a croissant class. Woohoo! This class is taught by an awesome French baker. And as you can see, the dough was already prepared for us. And all we had to do was cut into triangles and insert some of the amazing filling. And we were careful not to overfill. But did you guys know that croissants aren't originally from France? They're really from Austria. So back in the late 1600s, the city of Vienna resisted the Ottoman Empire siege. And to celebrate, they made this pastry called Kipferl, meant to mock the crescent moon of the Ottoman flag. But it wasn't buttery and flaky like croissants are. And so now fast forward to the 1700s when Marie Antoinette introduced the Kipferl to France. French pastry chefs took it to a whole nother level, swapping out that dough for a puff pastry, adding butter and a different technique, and then it turned into sheer perfection. By the early 1900s, the croissant had become a staple in French bakeries, the icon that we, of course, know and love today. So, back to the bakery in New York, because that's where I did my class. I wish I was in Paris, but I was in Manhattan. And I'm okay with it. My pastries came out amazing and I was super excited for it. Oh yeah. I took all of them home. So yummy. And so now we are talking about NYC and how we do pastries, also known as croissant, here in New York City. So I was on my way to a bakery called the Unregular Bakery when I passed another location that said Unregular Pizza. First of all, unregular is not a word. I was trying to remember the name of it and I was like, yeah, I don't think that's a word. It's not, but it's cool. So I had to stop in, even though I was on my way to get croissant, I had to stop in for a slice of pizza because why not? This pizza was so good. Okay, the pizza was called caffonata. It had tomato sauce, pepperoni, a spicy hoi honey drizzle, whole burrata, and like this spicy pork sauce. Oh my gosh, it was heavenly. I'm not really, what do you call it? I'm not experimental with a lot of my food, particularly pizza. Of course, I've had pepperoni pizza, don't mind that. But this was really, really good. I don't like sweet with my spicy. But this, oh yeah, I would definitely get it again. I did not have an opportunity to try anything else, but had to take a bite of that. And then it had to go in my bag because we had to make our way to our destination, which was originally the bakery. So here we go to the Unregular Bakery. And we have arrived. It was only about a block and a half away from the pizzeria. So into the bakery we go, and we are in search of the modern day croissants, which of course they have in France, but we're not in France, we're in New York. So we're getting the top tier modern day croissant that's in New York City. So there were so many different varieties of croissants. They had one that was like a cinnamon roll, that croissant pudding back there. They, of course, had a Dubai chocolate. That was kind of a donut, I guess, croissant mix. They had like a strawberry cheesecake bomb. They had something with of course the chocolate, the original one, but so many different kinds. They had an everything croissant, like an everything bagel. They also had vegan options. Now, I'm not vegan, but if I was, I would be very pleased to find not one option, but two. This was the star of the show for me, though. It didn't have a name as far as I know. I tried to look to see what the name was, but it was a custard and fruit croissant. I mean, obviously, right? It was so good. And it was a really hot day. I think it was like 102 degrees in New York that day. And they had this one refrigerated, of course, because of the cream and the fruit. So it was a pleasant surprise to have it nice and chilled. And it was really, really refreshing. Not too sweet at all. It was definitely good. I got 3 of them, 1 to eat there, 2 to take home. And then I took a few other things with me. Oh my goodness. The fruit was so fresh, so good. And then if you look at the layers, you would think that, sometimes when you get these types of pastries, chefs go for the look of it and not necessarily the texture or the taste, but it was pillowy and it had so many different layers, airy. It was super fresh. One of the managers told me about this program that the Unregular Bakery is a part of, which is super cool. So at a certain time of day, they put their leftover or their baked goods that are still there. So if it's like 5 p.m. and they know they're closing at 7, they'll put those items for sale. And so instead of it being, I don't know, $5, $6, whatever, it'll be discounted and it goes online. So as a customer, you're able to go online and see what they have to offer. Pretty cool. So these are the other pastries that I got. I got a regular croissant. I got the strawberry cheesecake. I got the Dubai chocolate and a chocolate croissant. Thanks so much for spending time with me today and roaming the city. Do me a favor before you head out, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and of course, turn on that notifications bell so you always know when I upload. Never want to miss out on any of these fun baking vlogs that I've been doing, and I intend to do more. Thanks again for joining me, and until next time.